this time the mic worked, my voice showed up, and I did too. Sanibona and welcome to my channel. If you are enjoying this journey and you want to see where it goes, please like, comment, and subscribe because it really helps me to keep showing up and to keep sharing my story. This is my third Toastmasters speech, and if you have been following from the beginning, you know it's been a journey already. I mean, there was the first speech where I was full of nerves, and the second speech where I forgot to record the sound. And this speech showed me something new. It showed me growth. Not perfection, but growth, but progress. See, this project was level 1, project 3 in my visionary communications path. And the focus of this project was vocal variety and body language, which was really interesting because I have been in a moon boot for the past month thanks to an ankle injury, and so my body language was already kind of limited. I had to get creative and play more with my hands, with my tone and my pauses, and I think that's what the speech really helped me explore, like pay more attention and zoom into that kind of communication. So remember in my last video, I really judged myself harshly for using cue cards. And this time I decided to change the script. I realized that I am still early in my Toastmasters journey, which means I'm still learning the rhythm of speech writing and rehearsing and delivering, and that it's okay for me to use cue cards right now. I'm not here to actually rush to perfection. I'm here to grow. And we all know that growth takes time. So one of the best pieces of feedback I received from the speech was about pausing, about giving my lines breathing room and allowing them to land. So I'm excited to play more with that going forward. But what really hit me was someone said that they loved the ideas I presented in the speech, but what was lacking was me, more of me. And that was scary, but also priceless. Because for the series, I'd made the decision that I wanted to focus on professional topics, the things we don't get to talk about in our daily jobs. But in doing that, I also held the topic at an arm's length. And I made it seem as if vulnerability and professionalism can't live in the same sentence. But the truth is, there are stories I can share about why access matters so much to me and about what it means to work globally and to see how the same challenges are coming up in India, in Brazil, in Kenya, in Malaysia. And that's what I want and I want that to take center stage, and I want to learn how to hold that, but still put myself in the narrative. The other thing that stood out for me in this particular speech is the amount of support I received. There is something so healing about being seen in your learning journey, about having friends and family and even colleagues support you in the journey of your speech and checking up on you afterwards. And I think that gave me so much courage. So I want to extend that same energy that I'm receiving to all of you. And to say, if you are curious about Toastmasters, if you want to see what it's all about, this is your invitation. Come watch me speak. You are welcome to experience one of our meetings. It's going to be open and welcoming, and I think it might just surprise you. So drop a comment below and let me know if you want to come experience a real live Toastmasters session. Okay. Let's get into the speech. This is project 3 of level 1, and the speech is titled The Room, the Door, and the Key. And it's all about what access really means and the cost of being seen.
Fellow Toastmasters, what does it cost to be seen? Is it money or is it something else? Something harder to name. Something like access. We all know what the room is. It's where decisions are made, opportunities are born, and recognition lives and thrives. But Not everyone knows that the room exists. Some people don't even know where the door is. And few, much fewer, have the key to open it. Today, I want to talk about access, not just in the advertising industry, but in all industries, in any room, any opportunity, any platform where excellence is rewarded and recognized. You see, most people think that access is about affordability, as in, can you pay for the thing or not? Money is important, but access is so much more than that. You see, access is about information. Do you actually know that the opportunity exists? It's about exposure. Have you seen somebody that looks like you actually do the thing? And it's about belief. Do you believe that you belong in the room? Because I've realized that true access is about information and permission. You can have all the information in the world, but if that door is locked, whether literally or culturally, no amount of information is going to get you in. And permission without knowledge is meaningless. You are allowed in, but you don't know what to do and where to go. Simply put, visibility is being shown the door, and access is being handed the keys. So let's say you make it in. You're finally in the room. Now what? In advertising, and I'm sure in other industries as well, what happens is that people who have won previous awards are the ones who decide what excellence is. And you know what? On the surface, it absolutely makes sense. Because who better to decide what good is other than those who've achieved it, right? The problem, though, is when those people start picking work that looks and sounds exactly like them. When they choose work that relates to them, work that's made from people and places that they relate to. And then it becomes a cycle. Winners become judges, choosing familiar work. Familiar work keeps winning. And the cycle keeps repeating over and over. So when we ask ourselves who defines excellence, we must also ask what happens when that excellence starts to look and sound like one way. Because being in the room is not the same as belonging. It's like being on the playground, but not invited to play. You see, access is being allowed in, but belonging is being brought along. And there's a world of difference between the two. Unfortunately, most systems stop at access, where the door is unlocked, but no one is holding it open for you. No one turns around and say, come, you can sit with us. And sometimes the issue is not the door, but it's the locks that no one talks about. As an example, at global awards, language can be a barrier. If the jury don't understand your cultural context, they cannot value your work. And then you are stuck having to translate your entire world just to be understood. And this is true for African work, for Asian work, Middle Eastern work, Latin American work. We always have to prove, always have to validate, always have to explain. Meanwhile, Western work doesn't have to explain itself. It's assumed to be universal. And the same voices keep winning, and we lose freshness, we lose innovation, we lose that element of surprise. And over time, the industry becomes flat, it becomes predictable, and it becomes boring. So here's what I'm actually asking. What happens when you do get access? Does it change you? Does it change the system? I don't have all the answers, but I do know that access is not a one-time invitation. It's a system. And in real equity, it means we have to stop treating access like a privilege and treat it like a responsibility. So if you are in the room and you've already made it inside, keep the door open for others coming behind you. If you have a key, use it. Open the door for someone else. And if no one will let you in the room, then build your own and leave that door open. Thank you.
So thank you for walking this journey with me and for watching, for listening, for commenting, and for sharing. Let's keep learning together in public out loud. I am Silondile Jali, and this is Finding My Voice, where I learn to use my voice fully and with purpose.